No, but I can find it out.
So welcome everybody again. We're back here with Chad Dye. You guys are the creators of this event, right?
We are
Yep.
myself and Heather, and with the support of our team, we produced this entire event.
Cool. So tell us what you got going on here. We got to get some people down here. I know that. So
We do, and if you haven't heard about it before, Midwest Parafest is a one-day paranormal conference. We have speakers about everything weird. Some may be authors, they may be ghost hunters, Bigfoot
Yep.
searchers,
Yep.
ufologists, whatever. We try and bring the weirdest of weird together to talk about all the things that they're into,
Mhm.
uh, to educate people
Yep.
and entertain people. And we have speakers all day long. We're also going to have a gallery reading by Xe Smith. And then later on this evening, we're going to have a VIP dinner where you get to actually have dinner and drinks with our speakers. In fact, there's only 5 of those tickets left. So if you plan on coming down here and you want to have the full experience, you get the full VIP ticket.
Yeah.
There's only 5 left.
And can they come buy them here? Do they have to buy them online?
You can buy them here. All the buttons online have been disabled. All you have to
Okay.
do is show up, and we'll scan a QR code for you, and you can pay right online.
Perfect. So what speakers do you got lined up for today?
Right now, Brad Blair and Tim Ellis are speaking. Later, we're also going to have Xe. She's going to speak in addition to the gallery reading. She's also doing readings in the speaker room, personal one-on-one readings. We also have John Tenney and Jessica from What's Up Weirdo. They're going to be speaking today. Thomas Wortman, who is the director of the Ohio MUFON, he goes on after lunch. He'll be talking about the new documents released from the government and what they're not telling us. Plus, because there's always that.
That could be a whole show in itself.
It could be. Plus, he has other new information about sightings that aren't talked about,
Mhm.
that aren't reported by the government.
And is this all in relation to like the newer UFO stuff that they're kind of releasing?
Yep. He stays on top of all the UFO stuff in addition to being the director of MUFON and sending people out to follow up on recent sightings.
Oh, okay.
He gathers all the information and disseminates it to people through the MUFON.
Cool.
Um, we also have Tim Woolworth. He is speaking today. He's like the godfather of ITC, which is spirit communication through like broken radios.
Yeah, yeah.
The Frank's box and,
Okay.
and those things. He does a lot of that, and he is a wealth of knowledge. He has an entire library in his brain, and all of his information is always very educational. He's a great guy, and he's fun to drink with too.
Yeah. That's always important. Um, so we're here at the Oliver House. What? I mean, did they ask you to come here, or did you guys? I mean, how did you get in here? Because I know this is a tougher place to get into.
Well, you can rent this vendor room. They had like a bridal shower or some kind of pre-wedding get together here last night.
Okay.
So you can rent the space, and that's what we did.
Okay.
Ghost hunting in this building is almost non-existent.
Yeah.
Because there are people who live in this building.
Yeah.
But it's like one of the oldest buildings in Toledo, and it's never been abandoned. It's always been some kind of working business.
Yeah.
So we just approached them because we've heard stories about it being haunted, and we came and visited one day and walked around, and we're like, wow, this building is really cool.
It is a really cool building, and it looks like they have some of it's opened up. You can just kind of wander around. So
you can. It's the home to Maumee Bay Brewing Company, who I wish would have sponsored us so we could talk about them more.
Yeah.
And Rockwell's Fine Dining. There's a couple of bars and restaurants in this building, and it's fantastic.
Okay.
It worked out good because we didn't have to cater in any food for everybody because there's already food on property.
Yep.
But there's a rich history to this building. In fact, the room we're sitting in right now was the main lobby for when it was a hotel.
Oh, cool. And there's a historical sign outside that talks about the hotel and things like that. So, I mean, you can definitely see that it was a hotel. Like I said, I'm definitely going to wander around, especially in that basement.
Down there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I haven't gone down there yet either.
We'll have to check it out. So,
but I mean, look at all the vendors in this room.
Yeah.
It's not a ton of vendors, but we know most of these people that are
Mhm.
here, and we love the fact that they come back year after year. We've got the fudge lady over there just selling sin, and it
Delicious
goes,
sin.
yes, it goes against everybody's weight loss plan, but she's handing out free samples and they're fantastic. um, you look around the room and you've got different kinds of jewelry,
Mhm.
and the people from the Stimson Hospital in Eaton Rapids, they're here promoting their ghost hunts. I've actually ghost hunted that building before they owned it.
Oh, okay.
And it's got a great history. So wandering around and talking to the different people here is one of the highlights of going to any conference, seeing all the different stuff.
And you guys didn't do one last year because of COVID? Or
Right.
did you?
This one was scheduled
Okay.
for this building for last year in April.
Right.
Our event's always in April
Okay.
because we want to be one of the first ones of the
Yeah.
year. Plus, it's after everybody gets their tax returns back, and it's easier,
Yep.
to buy tickets to
Yeah,
something like
yeah,
this.
Yep.
But honestly, it isn't something we ever really thought about doing
Mhm.
until we were doing public ghost hunts at the yacht club.
Yeah.
And all of our friends who are ghost hunters were like, man, this is a great building.
Yeah.
And, with the name Midwest Parafest, we could go anywhere.
Mhm.
We'd like to do one in Detroit someday, or Chicago someday,
Yeah.
or, Indiana, because it's all the Midwest.
Right.
We could take it on the road,
Mhm.
but it's such an undertaking.
And it's yeah.
But
I mean, I don't know.
at the end of the
half it 'cause I've
day,
never done it, but
at the end of the day, it's very rewarding.
Mhm.
And you hope to break even
yeah.
because it's not cheap renting a building,
Right.
but regardless, the this is our third year. Regardless of whether we made money or not, it's always a great time.
Yeah. You definitely don't want to lose it, but yeah, I know what you're saying. I mean, some things you do for the fun of it, and,
Right.
and it's good to. I mean, honestly, it's good to see people again that we haven't seen in over a year.
Exactly. I was just about to say that these people are like family.
Yep.
Some of these people we've ghost hunted with, some people we see at other events and we
Mm-hmm.
just hang out with, and it's like a big happy family.
Yep. And it's this is this the only one that's been in Toledo so far this year?
To my knowledge,
Yeah,
normally they
that's
have
what I
the Collingwood
Yep.
one, but
Yep.
I don't know what happened with that.
I don't either. I think the Collingwood itself is kind of shut down right now. Still
Well,
because of the COVID.
The
thing, so-
COVID pandemic, whatever you want to call it, scared a lot of people,
Mhm.
and you got to be careful.
Yeah.
We're not requiring people to wear masks, but it's highly suggested
Mhm.
because we're only going to have 90 to 100 people here today, but they're all going to be in one room.
Yeah.
Watching the speakers.
Yep.
So we encourage people to wear a mask, even if you're vaccinated. It makes somebody else feel more comfortable, and it's only for an hour.
Yeah. Yep.
Yep.
Gotcha.
But you don't have to if you don't want to, and no one's going to hassle you if you don't. But
it's
Harold,
because I didn't put mine on.
I have one.
I'm bad.
Harold told me to tell everybody, get your butts down here.
Yes.
Come visit us. Come see what we've got. See our speakers. Visit our vendors. Say hi to Harold.
We definitely want more people down here, but it seems like there's been a nice consistent flow through here since it started, so that's good. It's still early yet, so
It is early. Our first set of speakers went on. Brad Blair and Tim Ellis.
okay.
They're the ones that do the Michigan Paracon up
Gotcha.
in Sault Ste. Marie. Plus, they're
That's a
established
giant-
authors. I know it's
Yeah.
huge. They had record numbers of people this year.
They get weren't like the Ghost Brothers there and the Ghost Hunters team. And,
Everybody was there.
That's a big one.
Jason Hawes was there. Even people like Butch Patrick, who played Eddie Munster.
Yeah.
That guy was there. And it's fun to see people like that. And
Yep.
the Talking Board Historical Society comes every year, and you can see some of their vintage Ouija boards and talk to them about all that weird creepiness.
Mhm.
But anybody you could possibly see on TV was there.
And it sounds too like the real event is the after parties.
It is.
Everybody
But-
goes and hangs out. And
Heather asked me at one
Party.
point, she said, why did we drive 5.5 hours, spend $400 for a room just to see all of our friends? And I said, because we knew where they would be.
exactly. Yep.
So these events are always a great time.
Yeah.
And we encourage people, if you've never been to a paranormal conference, come and check it out. It's not expensive at all. It's $40 for a ticket, and you have all access to the speakers.
Yep.
You can talk to them one-on-one. You can shop the vendors. And if you really like it, you can purchase a ticket to the VIP dinner or the XE gallery reading.
Yep. And that's what is cool, like you said. I mean, I imagine the speakers, once they're done, they're probably going to come and wander around in here.
Oh, of
like
course.
you said, you can talk to them. You don't. Some events, a guy will get up and speak. You see him speak, and then they usher him away to a private hidden room somewhere.
Yeah, and like right now, John Tenney's just wandering around. He speaks later today. He's just visiting all the vendors because he knows everybody.
Yeah. Yep.
And you can have personal one-on-one time with them at their table, or hang out with them while they're, wandering the building.
Yeah. Cool. All right. So does anything else you got going on, or what's Erie Shores doing these days?
We took a big long break
Did you?
because our group focuses on helping people in their homes.
Mhm.
It's cool to go to, all the haunted places
Yeah.
like Waverly Hills and, Mansfield, check out those places, Eloise.
Yep.
We do that. We do that for fun.
Yep.
But what our group does is, if somebody contacts us and says they think there's something in their house, we go out and we investigate, after we interview them, that kind of thing. But our focus is always helping families that think they have something. And we're not professionals. We don't charge anybody for what we do. We just go in and do the best we can. And we have a lot of people that we can access. Like, I'm just a skeptical ghost hunter.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
I try and do things scientifically,
Yep.
but we have people in our group that smudge and salt things and do rituals, and I don't know about all that.
Yeah, my opinion, I've talked about this on my show before, but I think it's more like, I don't think sage clears your house out. I think it's the intentions behind it that
It could be
more so than the sage.
I'm not opposed to that.
Say that in
right.
a room full of.
You know what? If we can't
crystals
have
and all that other stuff.
if we can't have grown up discussions and agree to
Yep.
disagree, then this is not for us.
Nope. Yep.
I mean, there's already enough drama in the world. We don't need to bring it to the paranormal community.
No, well, we all know that there's been a fair share of that. Whatever. Just stay out of
Well,
it.
some people are looking for fortune and fame. They want a TV show, or
Mhm.
they want to do the circuit like some of these people do. And, good for you.
Yep.
Go for it.
Yep.
Do what you want to do. I hope it works out for you.
Mhm.
But I'm
But I
more
think-
I'm more into the Bigfoot, UFO, cryptid stuff,
Yeah.
ghosts, that kind of thing.
Yep.
I don't want to be on TV.
Mhm.
I mean, look at me. I have a voice for radio.
Well, you
And I
look like a
also
TV
have a
guy.
face for radio.
No, it's really it too, though. Like you said, I mean, it's definitely important to help people. I mean, if you got someone in, their kids getting tugged at night or something like that, and, you got to try and figure that out and help.
Well,
them out.
doesn't that always cause a sense of urgency when children are involved?
Yep.
Because parents are, concerned for their kid. The kid's scared.
Yeah. Yep.
And our job's to try and make sense of it.
And it made we've been on cases where you go in there and you talk to them, and it's like, just because something's touching you doesn't mean it's bad.
Correct.
It's just wants to get your attention.
I mean, a lot of people hope that it's their dead relative.
Yeah.
Looking over them, making
Yep.
sure they're okay. As long as this thing isn't scratching you or, hurting you, it could be a loved one touching you, reaching out to you, letting you know they're okay and they're there for you.
Yep. And I think, we've been on cases too where I think a lot of people, I would never tell somebody that that's the answer if it isn't the answer, but that's the answer they want it to be, if that makes sense. And it's,
Yes.
so. All right, Chad, if there's anything else you want to say about, well, no one's watching anyway, so we'll wrap it up, but they can watch the rewatch.
That's right.
Where's tell us street names and stuff, where we at?
Well, we are just outside of downtown Toledo. You can almost spit on the Mud Hens playing field down here. And the address escapes me, but it's Broadway in Ottawa.
Okay.
Basically the corner of Broadway and Ottawa.
It's down by the Middle Grounds Park, right? Isn't that the park that's right out here?
Yeah,
Okay.
I believe so. Yep.
So, all right. Well, like he said, everybody get down here. We got all day. There's speakers. Get down and get your speaker pass now, because then you can watch more people. So
Right. Watch more people.
Yep. And there's still the 5 VIP tickets left. That's
For the VIP dinner. Yep.
So come down and snatch those up, and we will see everybody later this afternoon. We got to hit the end.